Hello friends, this is Siri from Siri Tutor Blogs. So today we are looking into integration of extent reports into our test automation framework. So let's get started. So basically what an extent report is, we are it's an extent report is a free tool, free third-party tool that we are going to use. Um, as a plugin in pom.xml. So let's go into Maven repository and you have to search for extent reports. All right. Yeah, you can take the latest version here. Go into pom.xml and then paste it. All right. Oh. Now, now we have to create a package called utilities. Let's create a package utilities and we will going to create an extent manager. Um, yeah, it should be here. Okay, and then let's create extent manager. So the main intent of this class is to initialize and to provide an instance of an extent report. Okay, so so let's create a static reference variable of an extent report. And let's create let's declare a method called getExtentReport. Okay. Um, and we have to check if the extent report is null. So the main intent of this method get extent report is to get only single object of an extent report. This is nothing but like we are making sure we are implementing a singleton pattern, so that that object is available for the entire automation framework. We are not making sure that multiple objects can be created. Only one objects only we are trying to make it available to this framework. So for that, extent if it is equal to null, then what we are trying to do is first we are telling the extent report that please create a folder in system.get properties file and use this path. Okay, report slash extent report dot html. So we are asking the extent report to create a directory in my folder structure. So it's going to create a directory here, reports, a package reports. Under the package reports, it's going to create that file. Okay. And then once it creates the report, if we want to add some documentation to the report, for that we have to use extent Spark reporter. Okay. extend Spark reporter, and we are giving this path. Okay. And we have to set some configuration settings for putting some documentation, like there will be some facts that we want to write it in the extent reports, right? So those we have to configure like this, like document title. It could be like, let's see, for every page or every document will have some title. So that is what we are trying to give here. Okay. The same way, I'm just showing you few things and you can explore more if you want. The set report report name. Maybe maybe we want to give some report name. Okay. So we will going to see all these things on the report, whatever we are writing here. And now we are going to create extent equals to. So now here we are instantiating or allocating the object. We are creating a new object of an extent reports, and we are putting to this extent reference. Okay. So it is going to create only one and only one reference here. Why is it? It should be extent reports, not reports. Okay, and let's import this. I think so. Yeah, this is the right implementation. All right. Now to these reports, we have to attach this Spark reporter to see whatever we have written, whatever the documentation we have written, it should be attached to the extent report, right? So we have to do extent dot attach report, and we will get this Spark reporter. Okay. And then we can even add some metadata to the extent report. So let's add some metadata, like set system info. System info, we can say tester is Siri. Okay. The same thing. You can give some, some details, like it will be helpful for the stakeholders, what exactly, who has executed this test, and in which environment it was executed, the things like that. Okay. It is executed in the QA environment. Or the things maybe like which browser it is executed. Say like it's Chrome or Firefox. Okay. All right. And then we have to just return this extent, right? See, if you look at here, it is returning the extent reports. So yeah. So let's create another class which is called as extent test manager here in the utility class. Okay. So what this class does is it's gonna get the extent object, the only one object, which is a singleton, and that object will be shared by the entire uh, test framework, right? So that we are going to declare that. Okay, private static extend reports. So it is there in the extent manager, right? That is what it is returning an extent. So we are getting that handle of that extent object. And also we have to make sure it should be a singleton. Only one object has to be created. So for that, I'm going to create a thread, which is of extent test. Okay. So what it does is it makes sure it is synchronized. So let's import this. Let's import this. Okay. And now let's declare the methods for this class. It should be synchronized. Which returns extent test. So this method is a must to have. If this method is not there, it's going to throw null pointer exception for the extent report. So this starts the extent report. Extent test. Test. And this is the test name. Okay. This thread, we are just setting this test and return test. Okay. All right. Now, now let's get the test, and we'll write another method for ending the test. Extend test. It return the test, and then the return value is test thread dot get. Okay. Let's do it for end test. Synchronized. It doesn't return anything. End test. It's just gonna say test thread dot flush. Uh, we have to say extend dot flush. Extend dot flush. It's not showing extend dot flush. Okay. This is pretty much it. Now let's write a listener, test listener. The main intent of this test listener is it's gonna hook up, it's gonna listen to all the test results, and it's gonna hook the test report, the extent report to the TestNG. So let's create a package here in source main. And let's create a class in listener. Okay. And then over here, we have to say it implements iTest listener. Okay. And this test listener will make sure that it implements all the log events, like when the on test start, on test success, on test fail, like such, all those things, right? And it will make sure it covers all the TestNG life cycle, like before class, after class, and all such things. So let's import this before we go ahead implementing, overriding all. This is an interface, guys, and we have to make sure we implement all the methods in that interface. So if you go into this interface also, you will see the same methods, abstract methods, okay? On test start, and it takes test result parameter. So here we are calling extend test managers, and we are starting the test. And on whatever the result we are getting, so what this listener does is it listens to the results, and then it reads the result method name dot get method name dot log status dot info. Okay, and then we simply say test started. Okay. Okay, and we'll do it for all the rest of the um, abstract methods. This is for test failure. Actually, it should give all the method implementations automatically. I don't know. We'll see. No, it's not giving. It's not giving. Usually it gives like this IDE as a provision that it can give. It can automatically implement the abstract methods for us. That's okay. All right. Now let's say we have started the test here, and here for success or failure, we have to get the test. So get test dot log of status dot fail, and we are giving we are saying it is failed, and then result dot get throw. No, this is for success, right? When we write for success, it's gonna be pass, not fail, and we simply say test passed. That's it. Okay. Recognizing pass. Okay. All right. Let's do it for failure. Abstract method. Void on test failed is failure. I think it's failure or failed. Let's go and see. Yeah, it's failure. It's failure and on test skipped. Yeah, if I remember it. Yeah, that's right. And I test result is okay. So yeah, and we have another method, one more last method that is on test skipped at the rate override complete void on test skipped. So let's take everything until here. It's the same dot skip, comma. We say it is test skipped. Okay. Result dot get probable. Get to do it for one more last class so that we will end the test. For ending the test also there is another abstract class. So on finish, so I test context extend test manager dot end test. Yeah, I text. Yeah, we have to import this. Okay. This is pretty much it. What we need to hook up to the framework, and now we have to make sure that we add this listener into the testng.xml. So for that we have to let me go inside. Hold on one second. I think it is. Let me see. Yeah. So this is I'm simply gonna just put this listener here so that, so as I said, okay, come on. So listener, what it does is it listens, and by adding this listener, we are hooking up this listener to the test engine. So listener is just a hookup. It integrates the test engine with the extend report. By adding this listener here in the test engine, this is the integration. So it listens to this. So it invokes TestNG, it internally invokes this on start test method, which we have implemented here on test start. So TestNG will invoke it internally. This is pretty much it, and let's go to our test login test here, and then we simply have to declare the extend test manager here. Extend test manager dot get test dot info. We are going to add some info here to make sure that the control flow is according to how we have written the test. I will show you once we. So I'm just saying before navigating to the to this website, I'm just putting in the report that it has already navigated. So when we see this message, we'll come to know, okay, the navigation has been already done successfully. So here, before checking the credentials, we can just say checking for the credentials, like something like that. So, or we can say like entering, not here, entering credentials, entering credentials. The same thing after clicking on button. That is another task, right? So let's, right. So here we'll say like maybe submitting the logging form. Submitting the login form. Okay. And then at the end, after the assert statement, we can simply say, I can simply say extend report dot get test dot. This is all information info, but we can say we can even use pass dot fail. We can use, okay. So different annotations we can use to make sure that the tests are readable for the test results. Okay. So here I'm putting past because we are writing a pass condition here. So that is pretty much it, guys. Let's run our application. So this time we are opening it in Firefox. So as said, it's gonna create a report folder here and it's gonna give a beautified version of, let's open with, it's gonna give a beautified version like this. See all these things we have given as an info, so we are seeing it. So when we see the report, we will know how the control flow went, and if there is a failure, what are the things has gone through, where it is stopped, where it exactly failed. So yeah, and also when if I tell you, I showed you in Extent Manager that we are writing some documentation things. So this is the documentation, Selenium automation reports. This is where we get here. And even the title is also will be somewhere here. If you right click and do an inspect, it should be there. So yeah, so Extend Report gives you a beautified version, and you can even share the info with your stakeholders. So yeah, this is also the thing which we wrote, the system environment variables to enter the metadata onto the reports. So yeah, this is pretty much it about the Extend Reports. In the next session, we are going to look into how, if there is a failure in the test case, how we can take a screenshot using Selenium, and also we will look into how we can send this extend reports using email notification. How we can send it out to as an email notification. We'll look into these things in the next session. I hope you enjoyed this session. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye.